Hey guys, this is Barry from MyPokerJourney. Just starting off here with a 3-table at Poker Nordica, and here I actually have a boat. I saw this boat, so I'm like, ooh, I better record this. So this is going to be a training video, by all means, so I'm trying to extract the most amount of value off this guy. I made a move on him before, so I wouldn't be surprised if he re-pops me here. Okay, so he's folded. So, for those of you who haven't seen any of the videos, you'll know that the whole purpose of this YouTube channel that I'm building here is to help others learn how to play poker, learn how to be profitable at poker, while I go on my journey. Now, I'm not going to sorry, just a sec, I gotta deal with these hands here. Here I have the gut shot, so 25, and I can't really call in that situation. I could on the flop. But I've been playing poker for about 5 years, and I'm at stakes, quite a bit higher than this, but I thought it would be really good to show just how I got started and my progression through the stakes. So what I'm going to try to do is post different videos at different stakes on really just grinding sessions of me playing poker at cash game tables, and I'll probably throw in some multi-table tournaments in there as well. So if you visit the other videos, or if you visit my channel and look at the other videos, I have training videos about the various concepts that you'll need to learn to be able to fully experience these videos. So I'll use a lot of lingo or poker terminology, like pot odds, implied odds, 3-betting, in position, out of position, under the gun, all sorts of terms like that. If you understand those terms and you've been playing a bit yourself, then that's good. Continue watching the video. Otherwise, I'd really recommend you check out those videos that explain the terms, explain the basics before you start watching the grinding sessions. So enough of an introduction, we'll get straight to the tables. Here I've got 9 deuce in position, likely be folding here. Here he's bet 25 cents into a $2.30 pot. That's very weak. I can pretty much call, assuming my ace high is actually good here. And I luckily hit a pair of aces. I'm sure it's better than his. And me and him have been kind of playing games with each other, so he'll probably think I'm bluffing. Yep. Yeah, he and I are playing on these 2 tables. We're going back and forth. I just doubled up through him on a hand previous that I wasn't recording. So he's got it in for me a little bit. Here I'll be raising with my ace king. King 10 here in position. I mean, you could raise there, but I have been playing relatively aggressively at this table lately, so the next time I raise, I really want to have a hand, because I don't think people are really giving me the respect right now. So King 10 is a fold there. Table image is also a very important concept in poker. A lot of people will tell you that the low stakes players don't really pick up on people's table image, but I've seen more times than not it's the beginning players that are not multi-tabling, and they're the ones playing at one table. They don't really know what they're doing, so they do get more emotional. They're not used to losing as much as the more seasoned players, so they get more emotional about things. And I think, if anything, your table image is more important at a low stakes game. So that's just what I've seen in my experience. I mean, I haven't played at those super high roller tables, but I played 5, 10, and even there. So here I have ace 7 in small blind. I'm just going to go ahead and complete. I could raise as well, but he's more weak on the flop from what I've seen so far from him, and he's kind of loose in his blind, so ideally I would just go ahead and make a move, but Now, because he's weak on the flop, I'm just going to try to milk something from him here. So I'll just throw out a min bet and see what he does. I have 2 pair. Yeah, so he doesn't do anything. He has been pretty slow. I'm playing with him here as well. So I can pretty confidently bluff him out out of hands because he just only calls when he has something. Here, facing a raise. Oh, now I'm getting repop by him, so I'll definitely let that go. I respect this guy, his pops, because he plays weak, tight. So when he actually comes out betting, you just know he's got something. So I also apologize. Now, I'm not gonna say this in every video, but I do a similar introduction in most of my videos because I assume that many people are catching them off the search and not actually off my channel. So apologize if you hear the same introduction all the time. It's getting annoying. So here I have a flush draw with 2 players in, both with relatively big stacks. It got checked down. I'm going to bet out on my 8s and flush draw. The worst that can happen is they fold and I win the hand. Let's see what happens. And 2 folds. So nothing wrong with that. I would have liked to have calls and hope for that flush on the river. Knowing I could fall back on my 8 or throw a big bet out there and just take it down right there. Here I'm going to complete. I don't really know how this player's been playing, so play a little cautiously. Queen 9 suited is not a bad hand. You could be raising here against just a blind, especially 6-handed. I haven't flopped anything, so I'll just check it down. Queen deuce under the gun is a fold. 6-5 on the button. I'll come in for a raise here. Typically raise 3 times the big blind. Regardless of the hand, you know, kings or a 6-5, raising the same thing. So he's gone ahead and 3-bet me here. I generally don't see 3-betting at lower stakes unless they have good hands, so I am going to let that go. I haven't played at low stakes in a while, so I don't know if it's gotten better, but at least when I used to play, a 3-bet was typically pretty serious. When you move up in the stakes, they become more and more essential and become more and more standard, but usually at the low stakes, you don't see it that often, so more times than not, it's a good hand. Although stat tracking software would really help. I'm actually just on this Poker Nordica site just because I want to see what it's like. So it's just kind of a review / poker grinding session as well. And I think YouTube only allows me to have 10-minute videos, so I better put this one to a stop and I'll do part 2.